welcome back to the third week of Reconnect. This week I got Pastor Taylor here with me, and we're also going to learn the memory verse, okay?
Okay.
It'll be fun. We got some actions involved, and we're going to see if you can walk away knowing it.
Let's do this.
So we're going to start off with, so let us.
Let us.
Yes, thumbs to your chest. Do all that we can.
All that we can.
Big hands like you're lifting up a lot. Oh, yeah. Do all that we can to live in peace. Woo. And let us work hard. Woo. Woo. Yeah. To build up. Yep, we're building one another. And you point to a person next to you. And it's found in Romans 14:19.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Should we do it all together?
Let's do this.
Okay. So let us do all that we can to live in peace. And let us work hard to build up one another. Romans 14:19. Wow! Taylor, you're amazing! Killed it. We hope you guys followed along and you're learning it as well. Right now we're actually gonna hop into worship, so stay tuned.
You're my courage, I don't have to be afraid. You're my fortress, no matter what comes my way. You're my treasure forever, yes, we'll be together always. Even when the days get harder, I know you'll rescue me. Even when the sky is darker, I know you'll bring me peace. You are my strength, you are my savior. Oh. Even when the road gets longer, I know you'll be with me. Even when the waves crash harder, your face is all I see. You are my strength, you are my savior. Oh. You are with me every single day. Through the darkness, oh, you lead the way. You're my treasure forever, yes, we'll be together always. Even when the days get harder, I know you'll rescue me. Even when the sky is darker, I know you'll bring me peace. You are my strength, you are my savior. Oh. Even when the road gets longer, I know you'll be with me. Even when the waves crash harder, your face is all I see. You are my strength, you are my savior. Oh.
Every time I fall, you pick me up. You fight for me, you overcome. You bring me peace, you give me love. For you I sing, to you I run. I praise your name for all you've done. You are my strength, you are my savior.
Even when the days get harder, I know you'll rescue me. Even when the sky is darker, I know you'll bring me peace. You are my strength, you are my savior. Oh. Even when the road gets longer, I know you'll be with me. Even when the waves crash harder, your face is all I see. You are my strength, you are my savior.
Yeah, yeah. I know someone who makes me happy. I know someone who makes me
my hands and clap, clap to the sound. Jump, jump up and down. Spin, spin all around. I'm singing it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus is the very best friend, the very best friend I know. Jesus is the very best friend, the very best friend for sure. If you know it, sing it loud. If you know it, dance around and around. Oh, I know someone who makes me happy. I know someone who makes me dance. He's the reason that my feet are moving. He's the reason I'm gonna lift my hands and clap, clap to the sound. Jump, jump up and down. Spin, spin all around. I'm singing it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus is the very best friend, the very best friend I know. Jesus is the very best friend, the very best friend for sure. If you know it, sing it loud. Come on now. If you know it, dance around and around. Come on. Clap, clap to the sound. Jump, jump up and down. Spin, spin all around. I'm singing it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus is the very best friend, the very best friend I know. Jesus is the very best friend, the very best friend for sure. If you know it, sing it loud. If you know it, dance around and around. Let's go, let's go. Come on.
Welcome back, kids. I have a question for you. Have you ever gone over to someone's house and like played a game with them? And okay, so you're in the moment, you're like playing this game, having all the fun, and then when you leave, you're like, wow, I just feel so much closer to that person. I learned so much about them. We had good conversation.
Yeah.
I think games are such a good way to build relationship, and that's actually kind of what we're talking about in our series this month is when we make the intentional effort to be in a relationship with people, it happens, and games is a great way to do that. So,
I like it.
I thought we'd play a game.
Of course.
And this game is called Never Have I Ever. So Tasha and I have these signs that say I have and I have never. And basically, we'll kind of tag team saying things that maybe we have or have not. And we'll kind of see,
Okay.
yeah, learn about each other.
All right. Start it
So,
off.
to start, have you drawn on someone while they were sleeping before?
No.
I have, totally.
Wow, I'm not gonna fall asleep near you.
Whoops.
It's kind of scary. All right.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever eaten pizza with anchovies on top?
Ooh. I have not. Yep.
I'm not so sure.
No.
I wanna do that. Okay.
Have you ever been surfing before? I haven't either.
Okay, but what about, have you ever been snowmobiling?
Ooh.
No.
I like that.
I have not been.
That's fun. Have you ever eaten octopus before?
I have eaten octopus before.
What?
I will tell
Ew.
you, like the little legs, they stick to your tongue.
Ew.
Like as you're eating them, they do. It's weird.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. All right. Have you ever stepped in dog poop?
Oh, I have to say multiple times,
Yes.
actually.
I have 3 dogs.
Ooh, I have one.
Yeah,
Yep.
we have lots of dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten someone's ABC gum? Already been chewed gum before?
No, and I don't want to.
Neither have I.
No.
You're not like a elf?
No. Oh my gosh, she's finding it under the table.
Disgusting.
No. Okay, my turn. Have you ever eaten Brussels sprouts?
I have.
Me too. I actually don't mind them too much.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of them.
Oh. Maybe you have to be as old and wise as me before you can appreciate Brussels sprouts.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Okay. One more?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever... which one should I go with? Pretended to be sick when you weren't.
Yes.
Me as well.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my mom always figured it out though.
No.
I think she always knew. She's like, no, you have to go to school.
Yep.
Well, I hope you guys have fun playing games with your family, and I hope you enjoy this Bible story. Check it out.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Genesis, chapter 26.
God had chosen Abraham to follow him, and God made the same promises to Abraham's son, Isaac.
I will make your children after you, as many as the stars in the sky, and I will give them all these lands. All nations on earth will be blessed because of your children.
Thank you, God.
The land of the Philistines where Isaac lived had experienced a period of famine, but God blessed Isaac's crops.
Hey, boss, we done gathered 100 times more wheat than we planted.
Excellent.
103.7 times as much to be precise.
And your flocks and herds are multiplying like rabbits.
Actually, they're increasing like sheep and goats, because that's what they are.
Very well, carry on.
Unfortunately, the Philistines who lived nearby grew jealous of Isaac's success. They shoveled dirt into his wells, cutting off his water source.
Excuse me?
The king of the Philistines called for Isaac and issued a command.
You have become too powerful. Move away from us.
It wasn't fair. Isaac had plenty of men who could stand against the Philistines and fight, but he chose to keep his cool.
All right, we'll move down to the Valley of Gerar.
Isaac and his family packed up everything he owned.
I knew I should have been saving all those Camel X delivery boxes.
They moved on and made camp in the Valley of Gerar, where Abraham had lived many years before.
Oh, all right, men. Let's open up those old wells my father dug.
Isaac's servants immediately got to work, digging for water.
Ooh-wee, it's hotter than a snake in a hog's back out here.
My calculations of soil composition. We should hit water in precisely 2.6 seconds.
Well, ain't that the bee's knees?
Abraham's old wells filled with cool, clear water once again. The happy herds and flocks could drink their fill. That is, until the nearby Philistine herdsmen showed up.
So kind of you to open up these wells for us. Step aside, the water's ours.
Isaac's servants gaped at the Philistines.
You got some nerve.
These wells belong to Isaac by ancestral tradition and dint of hard labor.
Whatever. We're taking the well.
Oh yeah? We're gonna have to fight me for it.
I believe the appropriate course of action is to flee.
As Isaac's servants and the Philistine herdsmen faced off, Isaac himself arrived.
Easy does it, fellas. There's plenty of land in this valley for everyone. We'll move along.
But we can take them.
Let's go.
So Isaac and his family and his servants and his flocks all moved camp down the valley, and once again his servants set out to dig new wells.
This is an exercise in futility.
Yeah, well, I've been working out. My futility is really strong. Look here.
The new wells also produced clean, clear, cool water, but it wasn't long before Philistine herdsmen arrived on the scene.
Yes! Another day, another well for us.
Why, you, I'll flatten you back to the flood.
Step aside.
Eek, save me.
Once again, Isaac showed up.
Take it down a notch, please. There's still room for everyone.
Oh, come on, we could knock them flat.
Yes, we could, but we're not going to. Move on out, boys.
For a third time, Isaac and his men moved camp, and once again his servants dug new wells.
This time, I'm gonna tie those bullies in knots and dip them in garlic.
Oh, look, water. Yay.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
This time, no one challenged Isaac or his servants. They were left to tend to their flocks and herds in peace. That is until one day, Isaac spotted King Abimelech heading his way with a host of advisors. When the royal entourage arrived, Isaac welcomed them.
Why have you come to me? You were angry with me and sent me away.
Abimelech shifted and exchanged a glance with his advisors.
Well, we saw clearly the Lord was with you, so we want to make a peace treaty with you. We always treated you well. We sent you away peacefully, and now the Lord has blessed you. Give us your word you won't harm us?
I can do that.
Isaac prepared a feast for the Philistines. Early the next morning, the men made an agreement to keep peace with each other. Then, the Philistines went on their way.
Need a drink? Pretty good well right there by the road.
Yep, even though Isaac had the power to win a fight, he had chosen to stay strong and walk away 3 times in a row. And God had blessed him with peace.
Hi guys. All right. Well, in our Bible story today, as you saw, we are talking about a man named Isaac and a man named Abimelech. And our story is way at the beginning of the Bible in Genesis chapter 26. And it's pretty much the whole chapter, but we're going to kind of narrow it down a little bit. Isaac had all this land and all of these cattle and all of this stuff, and there was a famine that came through the land, and his cattle were eating all the grass. And Abimelech's like, dude, you're too powerful, you're too awesome, you have all this stuff, you got to go away. And so Abimelech is telling Isaac to leave, and he's like, if you don't leave, we won't be able to flourish. Our famine will just kill everything. So go away. So then later in the story, Abimelech says to Isaac, move away because you're too powerful. And then he says, now the Lord has given us all the room we need and we will flourish in the land. And that's all the way down in verse 22. And then we see a couple verses later, he's like, oh, wait a minute. Now Isaac has gone, he left, and they're stuck and there's still a famine. And Isaac's over there and he's feasting and he's having all this stuff happen to him and he's still powerful and he's still great and his cattle has food to eat. And so, what is his name? Abimelech, that's my name, you're Isaac. Abimelech comes to Isaac and he says, we are wrong. I'm so sorry. I see clearly now that the Lord was with you. And so he's like, forgive me. I'm sorry. And Isaac forgives me. Yes. And Isaac understands. And so rather than Isaac, when Abimelech's like, hey, go away, he doesn't push back. He doesn't fight against Abimelech. He decides to walk away. And then later Abimelech comes and says, I'm sorry, and he forgives him. And so maybe sometimes you have somebody that's fighting against you, being mean to you. And sometimes we just have to learn to walk away and not fight that battle. And God's gonna take care of that situation because he's gonna stay with you because you did the right thing, just like Isaac today. We love you guys. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for letting me beat up on you, little Isaac. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Pretend I was sick when I was not. Secretly borrowed sibling's pen. I don't know, probably. Been late to school. Not on purpose. I mean, unless I had an appointment or something. I was never on purpose late for school.
True.
Eating someone else's ABC gum. Ew, who does that? Eating food from a trash can. Yeah.
Well, you could add any too.
Okay. Okay.
You have to track where I'm going with things.
I am not telling the story correctly.
I like.
Am I spinning?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
Juicy pear or boogers? Okay, I love pear, honestly.
I thought you were gonna say you love boogers.
I love pear. Okay, are you doing this with me?
Yep, I'm going for this guy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Not pear.
Oh.
Nope.
Boogers.
Okay. Don't know if this is how boogers taste.
But bad.
Yeah.
Badness.
Oh, okay.
Are we trying again?
I think so. You gotta end with a good one,
The
right?
aftertaste is worse than the taste
Oh.
through the whole thing.
Oh, not this one
no,
again.
we can't do that one.
Oh.
Okay. Oh no. Okay, birthday cake or dirty dishwater?
Whoa!
Wow. I also love birthday cake. Oh.
Okay, I'm going for this one. Cheers.
That was really bad. I
Oh!
You gonna say both of
That's a bad one!